Sweden, a land known for neutrality, precision engineering, and unfortunately for many long-suffering husbands in the UK, IKEA. But beneath that calm exterior lies one of the most advanced and capable militaries in Northern Europe. Today, we're looking at some of the medals of the Swedish military and royal household. Having travelled to Stockholm recently, I saw some ribbons on the soldiers guarding the royal palace and was naturally curious as to what Sweden's medals are. So I thought I'd pick 5 of Sweden's most meaningful medals, which interested me as well, and uncover the story behind them. Before we start, I am just going to say, although us British have an amazing reputation for learning foreign languages, for the sake of everyone's ears, I'll be sticking with the English translation of the Swedish medal names. I'd love to try the original Swedish, but I don't think I'm brave enough to risk completely butchering the pronunciation. So let's spare the Swedish language any unnecessary trauma today. Strictly speaking, I'm already off to a flying start as I mispronounced IKEA earlier. But in my defence, that's pretty much what we all call it in the UK, rather than IKEA or something like that. So looking at these Swedish medals in no particular order, we have number 1. The Swedish Armed Forces Medal for Wounded in Battle. Established in 2011, the award is issued to personnel wounded or killed in action. The medal is available in gold and silver and is worn with a ribbon, where the red symbolises the blood and the black mourning. Silver is issued to those wounded and gold to those killed. It is part of Sweden's broader effort to honour those injured in the line of duty, especially during peacekeeping and combat missions under UN, EU or NATO mandates. On the obverse is a laurel wreath and a broken sword symbolising injury in combat. 3 crowns are also shown, representing the Swedish crown. The reverse shows inscribed, "With life at stake and for Sweden," and the name of the person who receives it will be engraved. Additional awards are decorated with a silver star device to the ribbon. This medal is broadly similar, I think, to a Purple Heart in the United States. I have read that the silver version of the medal has been awarded to casualties from Afghanistan and earlier peacekeeping operations that Sweden was involved in. The Swedish military was actively involved in Afghanistan from 2002 until 2021, primarily as part of International Security Assistance Force, or ISAF, under NATO command, and then later Resolute Support. At its peak, 500 Swedish troops were deployed to northern Afghanistan, located in Mazar-i-Sharif. The Swedes were focused on reconstruction rather than combat like other areas of southern and eastern Afghanistan. Although the north was a more benign environment, there were still risks, and Swedish troops would occasionally come under fire or be targeted with IEDs. Over the course of Sweden's involvement in Afghanistan, nearly 10,000 Swedes were deployed there. Interesting fact, the Swedish Armed Forces currently consists of just over 25,000 active personnel, with over 6,000 conscripts undergoing military training annually, which is expected to rise to 8,000 this year, I believe. Medal number 2, the Swedish Armed Forces Medal of Merit. Established in 2008, this is awarded for commendable efforts in action during combat or warlike situations. The obverse of the medal shows a relief of the heraldic coat of arms of the Swedish Armed Forces and the text, "For meritorious contributions." The name of the recipient of the medal is engraved on the reverse. There are 4 varying degrees of the medal with various qualifications for being awarded: gold medal with sword, silver medal with sword, gold medal and silver medal. The ribbon has the colours of Sweden, yellow and blue. I did attend the changing of the guard ceremony at the Royal Palace of Stockholm, which I definitely recommend viewing. The announcer said that traditionally the Royal Guard would have responsibility for the ceremony, but now it's alternated between the 3 services. I was told the ceremony started at midday every day during weekdays. However, by 10 minutes past the hour, still nothing had happened, and I was beginning to wonder whether the Air Force was running the show for that day. On further investigation, I realised I was misinformed, and it was scheduled to start at 12:15. Right on the dot, the ceremony started. Don't worry, we're not turning into some travel vlog channel, but I just thought I'd recommend it to anyone that does visit Stockholm. Fantastic. Now back to the medals. Number 3, the Royal Order of Vasa. The Royal Order of Vasa is a Swedish order of chivalry founded on the 29th of May 1772 by King Gustav III. It's awarded to Swedish citizens for service to state and society. There are 5 classes: Knight, Knight First Class, Commander, Commander First Class, and Commander Grand Cross. It's worn as a medal badge or collar, depending on the level of the award. Membership was unrestricted by birth or education, as opposed to other orders, which were reserved for nobility, military personnel, or the learned professions. Apparently, Norwegians were eligible at one point for the award. Between 1974 and 2023, the award was suspended, but in 2023 was reintroduced again, and awarded for the first time since 1974 in 2024. Apparently, Benny from ABBA was awarded this. The medal or badge of honour is a white enamelled Maltese cross, in silver for the Knight class, in gilt for Knight First Class and above. Crowns also appear between the arms of the cross. The central oval disc, which is identical on both sides, features a golden sheath on a black enamel background, surrounded by a red enamel ring bearing the legend Gustav III. The ribbon is green. Incidentally, there is a fantastic museum in Stockholm related to the Vasa royal household name, and it's the ship Vasa. I think I'm pronouncing that right, I hope. The Vasa was a Swedish warship that sank in 1628, just minutes into its maiden voyage in Stockholm harbour, due to faulty design. Top-heavy with insufficient ballast. It was rediscovered and spectacularly salvaged in 1961, and is now preserved as a museum ship, offering a unique glimpse into 17th century naval engineering and life. Number 4, the Royal Order of the Sword. This order of chivalry and military decoration was created by King Frederick I of Sweden in February 1748 and was initially a bravery award, but morphed into a long service award for officers, originally with 3 grades, now expanded to 5. Like the Order of Vasa, it was suspended in 1974, but then re-awarded again from 2023. It can also be issued to foreigners. Interestingly, an American was recently awarded one. A Colonel Ryan S. Sweeney from the United States Air Force and Defense Attaché serving at the United States Embassy in Stockholm was awarded the decoration. The badge of the order is a white enamelled Maltese cross in silver for Knight's class and in gold for Knight's First Class and above. Gold crowns appear between the arms of the cross. The obverse central medallion bears an upright gold sword between 3 gold crowns on a blue enamelled background. The reverse central medallion has an upright gold sword intersecting a gold laurel wreath, and the Latin legend Pro Patria, for fatherland, which is on a blue enamelled background. The ribbon is gold with 2 thin blue stripes near the edges. Of interest, in March 1942, Crown Prince Gustav reportedly travelled to Finland to present the Knight's Grand Cross of the Order of the Sword First Class to the Finnish Commander-in-Chief and Field Marshal Gustav Mannerheim. This was the first time since 1861 that the decoration had been presented. The speech given by the Swedish Crown Prince is a bit convoluted in translation, but it seems the award was given in recognition for Mannerheim's role in preventing the Soviet Union from taking control of Finland in 1939, which could have threatened Sweden. Mannerheim was previously awarded a Grand Cross of the Order of the Sword by Sweden in 1918. This was for securing Finland's independence and warding off Bolshevism. In 1942, Finland was still fighting the Soviet Union in the ongoing Continuation War. Sweden would provide tacit, although unofficial support, acknowledging Finland's right to attempt to retake land conquered by the Soviet Union. Mannerheim's decoration and related paraphernalia are today on display at the Mannerheim Museum in Helsinki. Lastly, there is the For Valour in the Field medal. This was instituted by Gustav III in May 1789 during his war against Russia and was meant to complement the Order of the Sword to be given to enlisted personnel and not officers. For Valour in the Field is engraved on the obverse, which is encircled by a wreath. The reverse side has since 1809 been decorated by a symbol of the Order of the Sword. The medal is still active and can be awarded to any Swedish soldier. However, as Sweden hasn't been in an official state of war since 1814, very few have been issued. In fact, no one has been awarded the medal since 1915, when a Swedish individual serving with the Swedish Gendarmerie of Persia was awarded one. For these medal descriptions, I did have to battle and overcome a rather dodgy Google Translate between English and Swedish, so just bear that in mind. I've tried my best, but it might not be exactly word for word. For me, this really is just a tentative foray into the world of Swedish medals. If you are Swedish or speak fluent Swedish and can add any more information, please feel free to do so in the comments section, as the world of Scandinavian medals really are pretty much out my wheelhouse, and I am open to any explanation or further context to these awards. So there's a snapshot of some Swedish medals. I did struggle to find some decent medal imagery. I'm sure there's some out there in Swedish on the internet, but I just found it quite difficult, so I've done my best. There are some more Nordic or Scandinavian videos planned in the future, including Anders Lassen and one or two others. But thanks for watching. I hope you found some value from this, and I'll see you in the next one.